What's up, YouTube? This is Dragon, and this is the koiandDragon News Network. I've been thinking about Nintendo recently, and I would really like it if they appealed to more everyone when it comes to their games. Now, I know they have this reputation for some reason that they only appeal to kids. I mean, people make fun of Nintendo all the time. They say, Nintendo, oh, this is the little kiddie game, Nintendo people, haha, and nobody really takes Nintendo seriously when it comes to the adult market. But in a sense, really, it's kind of Nintendo's fault. And it's a little bit of both. It's the people who buy Nintendo products or relate to Nintendo, and mostly Nintendo. Well, okay, let me just be real specific here. It's mostly Nintendo's fault because they're the ones that create the games and create the image that they want to portray for their company. At least they have most of the control over it, because if they really wanted to advertise something to be seen in a certain way, they would just create the products so that it would appeal to the people who they would want to sell their products to. So all Nintendo really has to do is start making games that are really appealing to the masses and make it in a way that would be very, very entertaining. So, for instance, when you think about the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, you think, oh, it's for everyone, right? I mean, you may think that it has some adult relatability to it, but at the same time, you feel that, okay, if I do get one, all right, I'm not going to just be really focused on getting it and having only access to playing games that are just related to, something that's within the adult field. So, like Xbox and 360, Xbox and PlayStation 3, they've done it pretty well. So, I mean, Nintendo, all they have to do is just increase their image and as far as their games are considered, and they would do pretty well too. I mean, a lot of problems that Nintendo has, especially after their recent loss that they've just had. They have a $25 billion, not billion dollar. They have a 25 billion yen loss, which translates into about $240 million. And they need to change their business strategy. I mean, if they don't, then they're really just going to end up becoming Sega Dreamcast. And I personally don't want Nintendo to be like Sega Dreamcast, because Nintendo is awesome. I mean, I grew up on Nintendo. My childhood is Nintendo. I mean, there's just moments in life when, you just sit down and you play video games and you remember how you felt when you did that. That was me and Nintendo. So if Nintendo goes out of business, I mean, it's almost like they'll be putting many people's childhoods out of business. So they can't do that. They have to appeal to the masses so that they can stay in business and be a realistically viewed company that's viewed realistically for everyone. I mean, they purport the image of being for everyone in the family. They should really start appealing to the family. So that's exactly what I feel. What do you think about Nintendo? How do you think they should go about advertising to the masses? I mean, they probably won't, but if they do, how do you feel they should do it? Leave some suggestions in the comments below. I'd really like to see your opinions about this. Well, see ya.